edition of Trade Talks, we're going to look at some millennial banking trends. And to help me talk about this is Luvleen. Sidha, you are the co-founder of BankMobile. Let's hear about that because the growth story is pretty interesting here.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, so BankMobile is the fastest, largest digital bank serving millennials and low middle income Americans in the U.S. In about 2.5 years, we went from 0 customers to 1.7 million today. So there's definitely a need for very affordable and tech-enabled, convenient banking. And I think that's why it's led to our wild growth.
Well, what attributes to that growth? Because it's more than just banking services that you guys offer.
Yeah, for us, it's really about there is a demographic in the U.S. that 33% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 50% are saving 5% or less. And there's a huge need for people to start learning how to manage their money. It's not something that's taught in schools. It's something that people need to learn and unfortunately are making a lot of mistakes in the process. So it's really about creating an education platform to really help people learn to manage their money. It's about creating a tech-enabled banking experience that's convenient and then also an affordable banking experience because today 65 million Americans are locked out of the banking system and are underbanked or unbanked.
And that's part of the customer acquisition strategy.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So what do you think the future of banking is? Is it difficult to compete with behemoths such as a Chase or a Bank of America? Or do you think that we are going to see more of that seismic shift to more affordable banking? Because quite honestly, some of the fees are really hard for people to be able to maintain.
So Americans were charged $33 billion in just overdraft fees in the last year. And I think that people are finally realizing that they shouldn't be paying money for a bank to keep their money. And so I think there's a frustration growing where people are really ready for an authentic relationship with a bank, a trusting relationship with a bank, and something that's definitely more in touch with their ways of living, which is digital. People are walking into a bank branch 1 to 2 times a year, but interacting with their bank on a mobile device 20 to 30 times a month. We need to start shifting towards what people are looking for.
Did you find it tough breaking into banking as a millennial?
So there are high barriers to entry. So we really believe that a combination of being a fintech company that really focuses on technology, but also having that bank charter is so important for customer acquisition, for access to cost-effective funds, et cetera. And so there is a high barrier to entry. So we thought the greatest way to get the bank charter was by starting as a division of another bank where we could leverage that bank charter. So today we're a division of Customers Bank, and that's how we're leveraging that bank charter. And now we have an opportunity to really divest that business and lead a bank on our own. But we had the funding and the charter to begin with.
Okay, well, as a successful millennial, we want to pick your brain a bit here. What are some attributes you can offer for millennials? What kind of advice could you give in terms of education and what you need to do as a millennial to be successful? Because clearly you're one of those stories.
So I think it's really about being authentic to what is it that really connects with you, what is it that you feel passionate about, and really put your heart and determination into building something that you believe in, and even a career-wise something that you believe in. I also think too, attitude is so important, where things go up and down all the time in personal life, at work. If there's a way that you can view those as opportunities rather than challenges, the doors will open for you. And I think that to have that insight where you can take the ups and downs and make something beautiful of those opportunities that present themselves from those unique situations is a piece of advice that I would definitely give.
That's a great piece of advice, not just for millennials, but for everyone. I like that a lot. And thank you very much for joining us at MarketSite. And thank you, as always, traders and millennials, for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you.